So consequently, when I'm at the age, my mother's looking at me and says, when are you going to get married? Well, I'm a dancer. I don't want to get married. She said, well, what are you going to do? I said, well, I'm waiting for Mr. Right. She said, Wilbur and Orville been dead a long time. That's sort of how the comedy routine sort of began. And on that, I build on that because I took actual things that happened. Because when, like, for instance, when you're a young girl, I'm traveling at 15 and 16 years old, but I'm traveling with older people in Europe. I'm in Paris, I'm in the left bank drinking champagne, you know, I'm being also sophisticated. So you find out at 15, a guy comes up and asks you for a date. Now you're 15. Now remember when you were 15, the first time a man asked you for a date, right? Think now what I'm talking about. Well, now you're 15, you're vulnerable. You see, a guy comes up and you don't know what to say to him. So, because you're 15, and I see you don't know anything. And I said, now at this stage in life, I know everything. And nobody's asking me no questions. So you see, you build on your vulnerability of what happened to you. And you use that say now that I am 90, well now who do I date? A 90-year-old man? Well now, if I'm going out with a 90-year-old man and we come home and he chases you around the room, well by the time he catches you, he done forgot what he was chasing you around. I go to New Orleans because I work with the Louis Armstrong Jazz Association. Well now, when you're in New Orleans, voodoo is associated with New Orleans naturally. So I use this as a parallel of a joke I'm going to tell about New Orleans, that I go to the voodoo lady and I tell her that I want to meet somebody. She said, don't worry about it. You're going to meet him tonight. She tells me when I go out, I'm going to meet him. He's going to be tall, he's going to be dark, and he's going to be handsome. Well, every woman hears that. We know that's bullshit. You know? So, all right, I go to the parking lot, and I meet this guy. He's tall. He's dark. He looked like Idi Amin with an afro. And he has a gun. And he said, I want your money. I said, what? He said, I want your money. I said, I ain't got no money. He said, you better have some money because I'm going to pat you down. And he started patting. You remember the itches there? Pat. And I said, hey, don't stop. I'll write you a check. Did you get it? You know. Hey, I don't have no money, but I'll write you a check. And everybody knows if I write a check, the Globetrotters couldn't cash it. It's got rubber. You know, rubber check. Did they get that? Okay. But it's how you take your next step. And I use my talk to make people laugh. And I use myself as being vulnerable because the one thing at 90, nothing is surprising to you anymore. Nothing at all. It's just one of those kind of things where I love company, I love telling jokes, and this is what I do when I take my dancing and show you what happens when you can't dance no more. Well, I hope people will sit there like you and listen to the bullshit I'm passing out.